Might be to get it right now. Cause chasing you makes me go lose my purpose. My purpose.
No matter what they try, I'll stay by your side. It's you and I.
Hey guys, so today we are doing a larch hike. This is going to be Taylor Lake and O'Brien Lake. This one is about 16k based on what the sign said back there. It says O'Brien Lake is in 8.1k, but the trail conditions have been actually pretty bad throughout the whole hike so far. We've only gone 800 meters so far and the whole trail is mud. Yeah. So I am hoping that it gets better as we go along and the day progresses and maybe the sun starts soaking up all this water. But so far, it's a very muddy trail, but very, very doable. It's pretty easy so far. But I'll see you guys in the next clip. Hey guys, so just a quick little trail update. The trail has actually mellowed and kind of dried out a bit. It's not as muddy as it was prior. The beginning of the trail was a shit show, but it's definitely gotten better. The weather is kind of overcast today, but it's not horrible. And the wildlife that we've seen so far has been 2 ptarmigans, and they were really cute and really chill. So we'll continue along. There's a bit of incline right now. We're on the switchback portion. We're about halfway to O'Brien Lake, so I'll update you guys probably at Taylor. So I'll see you in the next clip.
Forget about love. Cause chasing you makes me go lose my purpose. My purpose.
Hey guys, so we've made it to Taylor Lake. It is absolutely beautiful up here, but it's also a winter wonderland. There's been so much snow on the whole trail and there's been a lot of muddy sections. So if you are planning to do this one, make sure you have a good pair of hiking boots. And at this point, a thick winter jacket and something to keep you warm. We are gonna head to O'Brien Lake next, but this view was 6.92k to get here. So we'll see you in the next clip at the next lake.
I got lost tonight under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find under the stars up in the sky. I got lost tonight under the stars up in the sky. Directions hard to find under the stars up in the sky. I don't know where to take this, I don't wanna break this. We're living in the moment, living in the moment. Your head is on my shoulder, we're never getting older, baby.
Hey guys, so we've made it to O'Brien Lake. This is it right here. It is actually really beautiful. I think it's actually worth the hike to come here, but I will say Taylor Lake is prettier than this one. So if you had to choose between the two, I would pick Taylor over this one. The distance to this lake from Taylor, or like from the beginning of the trail, is 9.5K. So right now it's full snow conditions. Make sure you have gaiters for this one because I got a bunch of snow in my boot again. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This was a pretty easygoing hike. I really liked it for larch season. There's quite a few larches around. It's just, you know, it's getting to the end of larch season. So this is probably going to be my last larch hike. I will see you guys in the after hike.
Baby, it's you and I. Yeah, we're stars in the sky. Oh, you and I. Yeah, we're stars in the sky. You say that you're leaving me, the same thing you said last night. You can't do it peacefully, we won't go without a fight. So when I go, I know you'll follow me. I don't want slamming doors, no, no. Just wait and see, you'll feel it naturally. There's no one else I see, I know you'll follow me. I don't know how to take this, I don't want to break this.
Hey guys, welcome to my after hike summary for Taylor Lake and O'Brien Lake. So I did this hike right after I did Skokie the day before. I just try to hike as much as possible during larch season because it is so short here in Alberta. Once it snows, then the larch needles are pretty much done for in the next like few days. So you have to really catch larches at their prime. And unfortunately, it had already snowed when I did Skokie as well as Taylor and O'Brien Lakes. It snowed like the day before I did these hikes. There was a big blizzard in the area. So unfortunately, the larches weren't as vibrant and beautiful as if I were to do it like, you know, before it snowed or the week before or something like that. But I will give you guys the stats on this one. So this one was 18.2K with an elevation gain of 787 meters. I would definitely say this was on the easier side. I didn't find anything too difficult about this hike. Don't let those stats fool you. Don't look at those stats and be like, oh my gosh, there's almost a 900 meter elevation gain. It must be really steep. No, it's over, you know, 18 kilometers. I don't think that there was any major steep sections on this hike, to be honest. Like, there's nothing to note. I wasn't really gassed or tired from this one. It wasn't too strenuous in my opinion. Like, I would definitely classify this as a moderate larch hike, and I had just come off, like I mentioned, from doing Skokie the day before, and that one was around 18 kilometers as well. So I hiked like 36 or 37 kilometers in the span of 2 days back to back, and I didn't feel dead after this one, to be completely honest. And I thoroughly enjoyed this one. There was some sections where it was so muddy though. The trail itself wasn't difficult, but the conditions in certain parts made it a little bit annoying. So this one starts off in a big parking area. You will see this parking area just off the highway in Banff. I'm sure you've passed it a lot of times if you've been to BC, because I definitely have. There's a big sign that says Taylor, and we ended up parking there. We started off the trail. It was definitely flat for most of the beginning part of the trail. It does climb a little bit. There's some hills here and there, but for the most part, the beginning part is definitely flat for a while. So you can get a lot of ground covered pretty quickly. I don't think that this hike takes forever. We started pretty late in the day, but we still finished, you know, before it was sunset or anything like that. It was definitely not dark when we left at all. It was still pretty early in the afternoon when we finished, and we did both lakes. So I would recommend starting off with Taylor. Taylor is the prettier one out of the two, but you can actually go all the way to Boom Lake. So you can hit up Taylor Lake, you can hit up O'Brien, and then if you're really adventurous, you can go all the way to Boom Lake. I'm not sure the distance for all three, but you know, for just Taylor and O'Brien, it is around 18 kilometers. So like I mentioned, there was a lot of mud on the trail. This trail can also be shared with horses. So there was quite a few horses on the trail when we were there, and they were so adorable. So when we got to Taylor Lake, I was a little bit like disappointed because I was expecting, you know, vibrant larches. I heard that this was one of the most beautiful places to look at larches in the area. And like I said, I missed it because of the snow. There was still definitely larches, there was still definitely beautiful colors, and the snow kind of added something nice to the hike. But I think for next year, if I was to do this one again, I would try to catch it right before it starts snowing, just to get like the complete vibrancy of all the larches, because I know this one is absolutely stunning. It was absolutely stunning the day we went. The lake kind of looked like glass, and all the mountains surrounding it had larches near the bottom part of the ridges, so it was beautiful. So then the trail to O'Brien Lake from here was pretty straightforward. It gets a little bit confusing. There's a sign actually that says the trail is not maintained after this point, but before you get there, the trail forks off. There's signage that says O'Brien Lake. It doesn't say the distance or anything, but it does say the distance in the beginning. There's a sign that says Taylor Lake is in like 8 kilometers, O'Brien Lake is in like 10 or something like that, or probably less than that. But anyways, from each lake, I think O'Brien Lake is probably around 2K from Taylor Lake. If I had to assume the distance, maybe like 1.5 to 2K. So it's completely doable to do both in one day. The trail to O'Brien Lake is not strenuous at all, but thank goodness someone had already been on it and broke the trail, because I would have been so annoyed if the trail wasn't broken in. There was quite a lot of snow out there. Quite a lot of snow. So I was glad that someone was on the trail before me, broke the trail. Thank you, whoever you are, because it wasn't actually even on the All Trails trail. The trail that this person took was completely off from the main trail, but it was so helpful, you know, just to guide my way through the snow and everything like that. So yeah, the trail is not maintained after a certain point, so I honestly don't know how it is normally. If it's hard to find the trail or anything like that, I don't know how difficult it is to route find, but there was snow when I went, so it was easy just to follow the footsteps in front of me. So the trail to O'Brien, I will say it's more rugged than the trail to Taylor, but it was in better condition than the trail to Taylor because there wasn't as much mud, but there was quite a few rolling hills, ups and downs, and that sort of thing. And eventually you get to O'Brien Lake. O'Brien Lake is definitely smaller than Taylor Lake, but it still had that mirror lake quality. There was larches surrounding the lake, but again, they were snow covered, so it wasn't as vibrant as if I was to go, you know, earlier on in larch season, but still definitely worth it. It's like a different mountain range to look at, different lake to look at. It's still beautiful. And I did not continue on to Boom Lake. I've been there twice already, and both times were in the dead of winter. I wasn't going back to look at it again. However, all of these trails intersect and connect to each other, so that is an option if you want to do that. So overall, this was a really good day. I think that the trail was definitely pretty straightforward and easy to follow. There was tons of people, so you don't really have to worry about, you know, losing the trail or anything like that, because there was definitely a lot of people on it the day I went, and I went on a weekday. It was like an off day, weekday. I think it was like a Wednesday maybe, and there was still plenty of people on it. The weekend's probably even more busy. So I enjoyed my experience here. I do recommend it to you guys looking for a moderate lake hike around Banff. This is a really good one. So I will see you guys soon with a new video. If you are not already subscribed, please go ahead, click that subscribe button below. I upload 3 times a week, Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.
I let you deeper than I